History of my oldest ancestors of whom I am very proud descend. June 9, 1397, Dom Rui Vaz Ribeiro de Vasconcelos, my 20th grandfather, Portuguese noble knight, 2nd Lord of Interest and Estate of Figueiró dos Vinhos, Pedrogar and Viana, 3rd Lord of Interest and Estate of Nóbrega, is legitimized by royal charter to marry Dona Violanta de Sousa de Menezes, my 20th grandmother, paternal great-niece of Queen Dona Leonor Teles, wife of King Dom Fernando I of Portugal. They are buried together, in an armoured tomb, with both weapons, in the main church of Figueiró dos Vinhos. Dom Rui Vaz, or Vasquez, Ribeiro de Vasconcelos, 2nd Lord of Interest and Estate of Figueiró dos Vinhos, Pedrogar and Viana, 3rd Lord of Interest and Estate of Nóbrega, was born in 1360 and died in Figueiró dos Vinhos, on the 12th of January, 1435. He was the son of Dom Rui Mendes de Vasconcelos, 1st Lord of Figueiró dos Vinhos and Pedrogar, and Dona Constanca Alvarez, paternal grandson of Dom Goncalo Mendes de Vasconcelos, Mayor of Coimbra, and Dona Teresa Rodrigues Ribeiro. Dom Rui Vaz Ribeiro de Vasconcelos was a Portuguese noble knight, 2nd Lord of Interest and Estate of Figueiró dos Vinhos, Pedrogar and Viana, 3rd Lord of Interest and Estate of Nóbrega. He was the son of Dom Rui Mendes de Vasconcelos, 1st Lord of Figueiró dos Vinhos and Pedrogar, and Dona Constanca Alvarez. His father, Dom Rui Mendes de Vasconcelos, was Lord of Interest and Estate of Viana, great servant of King Dom João I of Portugal. In 1384, he participated in the defense of the Siege of Lisbon. On September 14, 1384, he became the 1st Lord of Interest and Estate of Nóbrega. On November 2, 1384, he became the 1st Lord of Interest and Estate of Figueiró dos Vinhos and Pedrogar. Dom Rui Mendes de Vasconcelos and his brother Dom Mem were captains of the Ala dos Valentinos in the Battle of Algibraltar. On April 19, 1385, he received the mercy of income, rights and fruits of Gaia. On April 25, 1385, he received confirmation from his lordship of Viana de Caminha and the land of Nóbrega. In 1385, he participated in the Cortes of Coimbra. Dom Rui Mendes de Vasconcelos died from an arrow that hit his foot during a military expedition to Castile. His body was brought to Portugal, and he was buried in São Domingos de Coimbra. The epitaph states that he died in honor and defense of these kingdoms. Dom Rui Vaz Ribeiro de Vasconcelos grew up in his grandfather's house and, in honor of his grandmother, Dona Teresa Rodrigues Ribeiro, adopted the surname Ribeiro. On April 4, 1394, Dom João I, King of Portugal, bought the lordship of Viana and confirmed the other lordships. On June 9, 1397, Dom Rui Vaz Ribeiro de Vasconcelos was legitimized by royal charter to marry Dona Violanta de Sousa de Menezes. On February 15, 1414, King Dom João I made mercy to Dom Rui Vasquez Ribeiro de Vasconcelos, his servant, of the bread from the land of Nóbrega destined for his castle. July 9, 1423, Dona Violanta de Sousa de Menezes received royal confirmation of her dowry of 3,500 gold crowns. Dom Rui Vaz Ribeiro de Vasconcelos participated in the taking of Ceuta in 1415, with his son Dom João Rodrigues de Vasconcelos Ribeiro between 1464 to 1479 and his grandson Dom Rui Mendes de Vasconcelos Ribeiro between 1479 and 1481, being governors of Ceuta. Dom Rui Vaz Ribeiro de Vasconcelos died on January 12, 1435 and is buried together with his wife, Dona Violanta de Sousa de Menezes, my 20th grandmother, in an armoured tomb in the main church of Figueiró dos Vinhos, where the following is written. Here is the very old Cavaleiro Rui Vasque son of Rui Mendes de Vasconcelos grandson Ofg Mendes and Dona Maria Ribeira and Dona Violite de Sousa his woman F de Lopo Dias Mita XPS Nita Dalla Dias de Sousa and Dona M sister of Queen Dona Liona who Medu J Royes de Vasconcelos heredero son here Trelada was of our Mr. JHXP de Mil CCCCLIIJAOS. About Dona Violanta de Sousa de Menezes, Manuela Branches de Sovril says. Dona Violanta de Sousa de Menezes certainly also existed in Leonor Ribeiro, born around 1396 and died before December 22, 1435. On July 9, 1423, she had royal confirmation of her dowry of 500 gold crowns, leaving pledge of Arras to the village of Figueiró. She lies buried in the church of Figueiró, with her husband, in an armored tomb. His weapons are taken from Vasconcelos and Ribeiro. Vasconcelos, and on the right his Reino and Sousa. Family and descent. Dom Rui Vaz Ribeiro de Vasconcelos married twice. The first time with Dona Ana Afonso. Note, Dom João first refers to this Dona Ana Afonso as my relative. She could only be from the family of the Master of Avei's mother, but there is no news of any children being born to this marriage. From the second marriage, held on May 8, 1423, between Dom Rui Vaz Ribeiro de Vasconcelos and Dona Violanta de Sousa de Menezes, my 20th grandparents, daughter of Dom Lopo Dias de Sousa, Master of the Order of Christ, and Dona Maria Ribeiro, had Dona Leonor de Vasconcelos, married Dom Fernão Vaz de Sequeira, my 19th grandparents. Dom João Rodrigues Ribeiro de Vasconcelos, 3rd Lord of Figueiró dos Vinhos and Pedrogar, married Dona Branca de Silva. Dona Isabel de Sousa, married Dom João de Mogalés, 1st Lord of Ponte de Barça. Dom Pedro, or Rodrigo, Ribeiro de Vasconcelos, married de Quiro.